Dana, why would the Democrats hitch their wagon to such a destructive ideology? Because it's all about destroying the whole climate change farce stuff. It's all about wrecking this and wrecking that, wreck your car, wreck your thermostat, crap all over this. It's very hard to sell that to people because they're always selling a reduced standard of living. Dana, you don't get to eat that. Dana, you don't get to drive that. Dana, you don't get to fly there. Dana, you don't get to adjust your thermostat. That's a hard sell, yet they are hitched to that wagon and they are hitched to it permanently.
It is, and that's a really good thing that you bring up because it is about destruction. I mean, ultimately, I think the Green New Deal and the green issue that the administration is pushing is about making the United States subservient to China. Think about it. All of the materials that we need to accomplish everything that the administration is setting out, China has the monopoly on it. All of the rare earth elements. In fact, it was the Rosemont Seneca firm that Hunter Biden helmed. That's the one of the investigations that the FBI is conducting with all of the suspicious activity reports. He helped facilitate the biggest acquisition of cobalt, one of the largest cobalt mines in the world in the Congo, in the Democratic Republic of Congo, for China, working with the CCP to make sure that they have these materials. So it would make us even more dependent upon China than we already are with trade and debt, putting us in a really weird situation, especially when you're talking about having our Department of Defense vehicles and military vehicles and everything else be reliant upon this green energy. But I think ultimately that's what it is. It's about making us subservient to China. We've already seen the destruction with our worldwide currency and the elevation of Chinese currency and what this does to national security issues, because it becomes a NatSec issue. Absolutely. So, I know I think maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago, it would kind of sound tinfoil hattery, but it's not. When you look at if you wanted, Jesse, to destroy the United States of America, you would politicize energy, you would make us reliant upon our geopolitical foes, and you would push the exact sort of policy that this administration is pushing right now, and it's having this exact same consequence.
Agree 1,000%, which actually brings me perfectly to the Interior Secretary, Deborah Haaland. Well, Here she was crying.
I really do have to say that all of this is because climate change is the crisis of our lifetime. We have an obligation to future generations to make sure that we have a planet for them to live on. And that's why I'm here, and that's why I'm working incredibly hard to make sure that we can realize that transition, that we can have differing energy sources. We can't continue to be a one industry country.
Now, the production staff may or may not have added the music to the end, but Dana, now I'm a married man. I'm well aware the wife knows that she can manipulate me when she gives me the puppy dog eyes, but that looked real to me. Do some of these psychos actually believe this stuff? Do some of them do?
I think that she does by sheer ignorance, because she was also, I think it was the same hearing too, she was asked, who has the majority of rare earth elements, the very things that are going to facilitate the kind of green economy that you want. She had no clue how many, she didn't even know that there weren't even really any operational mines here in the United States. She had no idea that China controlled the majority of it. I mean, you're the Secretary of the Interior. That's literally your one job, is to know what resources we have and what resources we do not have. And she came up empty on that answer. So I think just out of sheer ignorance, she honestly believes this drama. I think, honestly, the biggest threat is authoritarianism. It's communism, like the kind that's being sold from the CCP in Beijing, the kind that we would become entirely subjective to also with these policies that all of these people are pushing. It is a communist cult. That's all it is. It is an extension of it.